Hello, Demonique. My name is Sarah. This is the first time I've responded to any of your videos, though I've watched a great many of them. And I have to say that I agree with you with most of your ideas, most of your opinions about things. This is really one of the only things I've found that I disagree with you on, is you gave these two reasons why you say we should be against the death penalty. So I'm just going to tell you kind of where I disagree. And I actually do partially agree with you on a few of the things. But like the first thing you said was that it doesn't deter crime. And I don't know if it's just me, but I never even realized that that the purpose of the death penalty was to deter crime. I don't think that what does deter crime? What will deter violent crime? I don't think that there's really anything we can do to stop serial killers, to stop violent rapists and these sorts of things. So I'm just going to kind of skip past that one because I don't feel that that's where my main argument is. I'll pretty much agree with you. Yeah, it doesn't deter crime, but I don't think that that's why it's important. The second thing you said was that we could end up killing innocent people, putting innocent people to death. And I think that, I don't know if it's just me, or if it's a lot of people that believe in capital punishment, but I don't think that we should be, executing people left and right for all types of crimes. I think that the death penalty should be reserved for extremely violent offenders, mass murderers, people who kill multiple times. Like, I see a difference between, a guy who robs a store and accidentally shoots the clerk. I think that person could be reformed. I don't think that we would have to put that person to death. I think, basically I'm saying that I think that a person could kill a person once and still end up being reformed and being a good person in the end. However, there are situations, I'll just bring up my favorite, I don't want to say favorite, but to me the most interesting of all of the serial killers, Ted Bundy, was an American serial killer. I'm sure you probably know a bit about him. He killed over 30 women. God knows how many he really killed, but he was convicted of killing many, many women, and he was eventually put to death. And I think that, excuse me, that these are the kinds of situations where the death penalty is necessary, where you have people who are a danger to society. That's what the death penalty is for. It's to keep us safe. It's to keep, like violent serial killers from ever even having the chance to kill another person. And I think that it's not just, that we can put them in jail and they'll never do any harm to anybody again, because it's just not the case. If they're amongst the general population, somebody serving a life sentence, someone who's going to basically be rotting in jail, doesn't give a shit and can kill anybody in prison. What are they going to do? Add more life sentences to it? There's absolutely no deterrent for people who are already in prison serving life sentences to not kill and kill and kill while in prison. And granted, you can say, well, put them in solitary confinement, but is that really the most humane thing we can do? Is put someone in a tiny fucking box, until the day that they die in prison? As a taxpayer, first of all, I don't want my money going to, I would like my money to go to reforming criminals that can be reformed, to helping felons, make it after they get out of prison, after they serve their terms. That's one thing. But I don't think that it should be going to sustaining somebody who is of no value to society, who inflicts so much violence and damage upon humanity. And that's really what I think the death penalty should be reserved for people who commit crimes against humanity, for people who, like Ted Bundy, there's no way that he was innocent. We sent him to the electric chair, and there's no fucking way he was innocent. We know he did it. These are the cases where I think the death penalty is okay, and, I don't think that there should be a system where, innocent people could even possibly make it to death row. I think that for the death penalty to be considered, somebody would have had to have committed multiple murders, And nobody's going to be convicted of multiple murders that they didn't commit. That's just impossible. So I do agree with you in the sense that we shouldn't be sending everybody to the electric chair, but I also don't think that we should let people who commit the most violent and atrocious acts against our society just kind of sit in prison the way that, like, Charles Manson is sitting in prison, and I believe Richard Ramirez is still sitting in prison. I don't think that's right. They committed extremely gruesome and violent acts against humanity. They have no remorse for it. They have no chance of being reformed. I see no reason why I should be paying for them to be alive, basically. And my phone's ringing, so I'm in a